know that this is right. Don't be shy, just get to know me. We can take this somewhere else. You and me can find ourselves. Stop pretending we are lonely. I can't call your bluff, 'cause I know that this is love. Can't pretend that you don't feel it. People think that you missed. I know you can't resist. Let me make your life easy. I wanna be your company. I wanna be your company.
All right. How
I
is
wanna
everybody
be.
doing? All right. So, looks like after the announcement yesterday of what we'll need to get Amelin Holdo's capital ship, the Radis, we finally have a kit reveal here. So, let's go ahead and take a deep dive into this thing and see what we got and see how we're prepared and if anybody else has been farming up these characters. All right. So, supportive resistance capital ship that will do whatever is necessary to protect the fleet. All right, so the basic is ace maneuvers. All right, so target ally gains 20% turn meter foresight for 2 turns, and it's called to assist. The assisting ally's resistance expose the enemy target for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. So, looks to be a little bit playing off of what the characters actually do. What Jedi Training Ray does, kind of expose as they hit, kind of deal a little bit of extra damage that allows them not to do an overhaul on these ships if they can basically do a little bit more damage without a rework. Okay. Alright, recharge deflectors. Wow, that's actually a pretty cool little graphic there. There you go, nice. Target ally gains tenacity up and deflector shields for 2 turns and 50% turn meter. At the start, recover 25% protection doubled for resistance allies and foresight for 2 turns. Ooh, that is gonna be brutal. Resistance allies basically get 50%, recover 50% protection, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm saying, like they say, that this is gonna link really well with Hound's Tooth, and Hound's Tooth already gains a crap load of protection every time they're hit, and every time they take a turn now, they're going to boost their protection a little bit more at the start of their turn. 25% for Hound's Tooth, but he's a pretty beastly character, so that's gonna that's gonna get beefy real quick. All right, Outlast. Let's see what we got here. Nothing too crazy. No, standard. Dispel debuffs on all allies. All allies gain protection up 20% for 2 turns and recover 50% protection, and gain 20% turn meter. All resistance allies gain deflector shields. Oh my goodness. Whew, so this is just going to make them beast mode. So not only is Hound's Tooth going to go ahead and gain 20% protection up for 2 turns, which he already gets protection up every time he's hit, he's going to recover 50% of protection lost. And he's going to have all debuffs dispelled. So if you're using something like the Kenobi's Negotiator and it's going to be hitting with Anakin's Starfighter, it's basically going to hit. It's going to strip the healing immunity and the buff immunity off of him. He's going to gain all that protection back. That's going to make him beastly. All the other characters, resistance, are going to get deflector shields, which means they're going to gain 50% protection regeneration for 2 turns each at the start of each of their turns. So that is intense. So this is going to beef up the rest of them pretty good. All right, hold on, move over. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually a pretty sweet graphic. Oh, I like the dust at the end. Watch when it hits. Gonna boom. You get that epic scene from the Last Jedi. You get the explosion, and then right here you kind of get the debris kind of coming in. That's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. If no enemy capital ship is present at the start of battle, this ability can't be used. Huh. I wonder if we're going to be expecting a capital ship that is not going to be present at the start of battle for some reason. Dispel all debuffs on all allies, and they gain 100% turn meter. Inflict healing immunity and buff immunity on all enemies for 2 turns. Okay, so it's gonna tank up a negotiator pretty hard. Okay, dispel. That's a double. So she has a double dispel. Get 100% turn meter. A lot of turn meter movement here. Sacrifice the Radis to destroy enemy capital ship. Then call all random reinforcement if able. Okay, so you basically, most likely, you'll be able to almost take out the capital and a ship, unless it's a beefy thing. This ability can't be evaded, starts on cooldown, and its cooldown is reduced by 1 each time resistance ally with foresight uses a special ability. Alright. I like the graphic. I like what they did here. Alright, let's look at this. Unique, stay the course. Final text. Resistance allies deal 40% damage and have 75% max protection. Wow. So now they're stronger and they have more protection as they're healing it. So they're going to be beefy just off of this. At the start of battle, resistance allies gain deflector shields and critical hit immunity for 2 turns. Ooh. Whenever a resistance ally loses foresight, they gain evasion up and protection up to 20 turns. When the Radis uses Holy Mover, grant all allies advantage, tenacity up and deflector shields. Oh my goodness. Reinforcements gain stealth. Okay. This just off of reading this ship seems like it's a little bit more powerful than any of the other ships. I can't think of any other ship. I have everything but the Malevolence, and I've played the Malevolence. It's not really hard to beat. I think they need a couple more Separatists to make that ship a little bit more challenging. But this thing sounds like it's going to be OP. I mean, there's a lot of turn meter, 20% turn meter. There's a lot of protection gain. So you're exposing people. You're giving the allies 40% offense. You're exposing on a hit. You're giving them stealth so they can't be hit, or foresight. There's double dispel, so there's outlast, which is a dispel debuffs from all allies, and then you have hold and maneuver, which dispels all debuffs on allies and gives them turn meter again, and then it locks down the opponent. And then you have just looks like you're just almost every single one of these adds deflector. All resistance allies get in deflector shields for 2 turns. Alright, so target ally gets deflector shields. And then all allies get deflector shields. And then when they start, they get deflector shields. So they're just gonna, and they have 75% max protection. So this thing is just gonna be like recovering like almost everything. It's almost like a little bit of a geomechanic. Like every turn that they make, they're gonna heal. Not like a group pool of life, but they're gonna slowly heal every turn that they take, especially if they're resistance. So I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty beastly. I like the graphics, but I have a feeling it's gonna be quite a monster. Alright, let's look and see what we got here. We only have 4 ships. So the Radis is going to be unlocked like a normal event. It's got key ships that are going to be needed, which are all of these, along with the other Millennium Falcon, Houndstooth, and the Ebon Hawk. Ahsoka as well. But I am not ready. I haven't been farming these too much. I have a couple of them on standby. I'm still working on Poe Dameron's ship, but I'm definitely not going to be ready for this event. It's not like I'm going to be ready for this Galactic Legends event anyway. But it looks like whoever unlocks this is actually going to have a pretty beast mode of a team. And I'm a little bit surprised that we don't have more of these ships coming in. I'm probably have one more character, I think, coming in. And I'm going to assume that it's going to be part of this. But because I'm not seeing all of the synergy. I think the synergy is being created off of Radis, not intermingling between these other ships. So looks like I'm not going to be ready for it. Alrighty. Well, let's take a quick look at Separatists and see how many ships we got. Okay. At least we have like a base and then some backups here. It's still not a full team. We're gonna need some others. We can get like Dooku's ship, but excuse me. For the Radis itself, I'm actually a little bit concerned that ship is going to be an absolute monster. Absolute monster. Well, thank y'all for checking in. Getting a little update on Radis. If any other news breaks, I'll let you know. I'm thinking it's going to be a little OP unless that's going to be the ship, the main ship that's going to help you on light side territory battles. What it sounds like, and all that protection regeneration looks like that's what we're going to need to push through that light side territory battles if your guild's competing in there. So, all right, cheers. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like or comment. Let me know what you think about the Radis and all that protection that's going to be gained. All right, y'all, take it easy.
Let me be right by your side, 'cause I know that this is right. Don't be shy, just get to know me.